Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
So I was trying to think of what song I should do tonight, and I thought of the song that I wrote a couple of years ago about someone who we lost this year. A man I have never met, and I don't know a whole lot about him, but I feel a certain commonality with him. His name's Mr. George Thomas Thornton. He was 84 years old, and he worked for many years at the Oregon State Highway Division. And in 1970, some of you know the story perhaps. In 1970, he was the Highway Division was given something to do that was found under their responsibility, and all the other engineers took the day off to go hunting, which was a good call, and so he had to deal with it. And I feel like we've all, or most of us, I certainly have, we've been in a situation where we're given something to do that we've never done before, and we really are not competent to do per se, but you know, we talk to some people, we make the plan out, we do the best we can, we come up with a plan, we put the plan into the practice, and like milliseconds after we put it into practice, we suddenly realize what a terrible mistake we made. And my reaction in that kind of situation is not like anger or anything, it's just sort of like, my response is generally like, oh yeah, sure, right, that makes sense. That was a terrible idea, and I'm not sure how I missed that before. So I wrote a song, it's sort of a sea shanty.
Yeah!
So what I'd like you to do, to give this a little more weight, in honor of Mr. Thornton, is if you could hum along, that would be great. And so let me see. 1, 2, 3. So the humming would go something like this. I may have screwed that up slightly, but that's basically how it goes. So hum along, that sounded great, and I hope you enjoy it, and thank you very much. All right, I'll count it off so we know where to start. 1, 2, 1. In 1970, our story begins. A sperm whale was washed up on shore, and people did notice as an 8-ton dead beast can be a bit hard to ignore. It became a curiosity, and people stopped by to see what washed up from the sea. Then it started to stink, and soon all did agree that the beach should remain dead whale free. The government considered just who would be best to resolve the large problem at hand. The highway department was given the task of removing the whale from the land. Now when you've a hammer, it's often been said, every problem resembles a nail. So when you've a truckload of dynamite, you can bet that you'll annihilate that whale. A crowd gathered round, for it's not every day that you see a whale blowed up real good. And the seagulls were there, for their gull senses told them there'd soon be no shortage of food. The crowd roared its approval at the whale's quick removal. Then the pieces they rained on back down. Though no one was killed, bits of blubber still filled every inch of that Oregon town. On the scene I will now draw a curtain, my friends, but I'll give you some final imagery of the insurance adjuster who got the report of a whale attack a half-mile from sea. That was great. Thank you all so much.